Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Roger W. Seaman Auditorium in Vienna, Virginia. Thank you so much for being here. Vienna is honored. I'm Linda Colbert. I'm the mayor of Vienna, and we are so honored to host this naturalization ceremony today of 15 people from 15 different countries. That's just amazing. I have some people I'd like to introduce, some elected officials. Delegate Mark Keem is here, and if you'd like to just kind of stand up and wave. From the Vienna Town Council, Council Member Chuck Anderson. Council Member Ray Brill. Council Member Ed Summers. And Town Manager Mercury Payton. We also have Supervisor Walter Alcorn from the Hunter Mill District. And I'm not sure if these people are here. Is the staff member Maddie White? She is attending on behalf of U.S. Congressman Jerry Connolly. I don't know if Ms. White is here today. Okay, and also staff member Ann Fan. U.S. Senator Mark Warner. She is. And I just want to thank a very special group of people who made this happen, and that is our Liberty Amendments Planning Committee. And they did so much work on this. Our Liberty Amendments, this is the second year that we have held the Liberty Amendments celebration, and I just wanted to thank them for all their work. So if they could stand up, Chuck Anderson, Peggy James, George Morton, Gloria Runyon, Gail Schuleter, the Honorable Steve Shannon, Stacy Say, Preeti Swaminathan. I know you, Preeti. I'm sorry I did that to your name. And we also have staff Leslie Herman and Lily Widman. So if y'all could just stand up. Well, this is a very significant day in your lives, and it marks a change in your life going forward as a new citizen of the United States of America. Naturalized citizens are an important piece of the fabric of our country. You bring many talents and unique qualities that shape the character of our nation. My mother-in-law is a naturalized citizen from Greece, and I believe she is here with us today somewhere. And while talking to her recently about this ceremony, I asked her to remember her own ceremony and how she felt. And she said she remembered it as a very important day and thinking, okay, now this is going to be my country. American citizenship is a privilege based on shared values, individual rights, and equality under the law. But it's also a responsibility. And you now have a wonderful opportunity to make a difference in your country and in your hometown. Stay informed of what's going on, both nationally and locally, and always recognize and exercise your right to vote, both nationally and locally. And wherever you live, express your ideas at town hall meetings, volunteer in organizations, and run for public office. Every community needs to hear from its citizens. So enjoy this special day, and congratulations to you all.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Kimberly Zanotti, and I am the Field Office Director of the Washington Field Office of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services in Fairfax, Virginia. It is my pleasure to welcome you and your family, friends, and distinguished guests to today's naturalization ceremony here at the Vienna Town Green in the Vienna Community Center. I want to thank the town of Vienna for collaborating with USCIS to host this special naturalization ceremony, celebrating Vienna's Liberty Amendments Month, commemorating the passage of the 13th, 14th, 15th, and 19th Amendments, which granted full rights to citizens who were previously excluded from the U.S. Constitution. In 2 days, we will also celebrate Independence Day. I would like to ask everyone to please rise and remain standing for the presentation of colors by Girl Scout Troops 50157 and 1489. And please welcome Jordyn Jones of the Vienna Youth Players for the singing of the National Anthem.
Color guard, attention. Color guard, advance. Color guard, post the colors.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
Please be seated.
Color guard, dismiss.
All right. Well, at this time, I would like to invite Max Carroll, a Supervisory Immigration Services Officer at the Washington Field Office, to approach the podium. He is going to be calling the countries of current nationality and presenting the candidates for naturalization. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you, boss. Candidates, when you hear your country of nationality called, please stand and remain standing. Afghanistan. Albania. Bolivia. Canada. Democratic Republic of the Congo. El Salvador. Ghana. Honduras. India. Iran. Morocco. Nepal. Peru. Venezuela. And Vietnam. Ms. Zanotti, I present to you 15 candidates representing 15 countries who have applied to become citizens of the United States. Each of the candidates has been interviewed by an officer of USCIS, and unless exempted by the law, has demonstrated the ability to read, write, and speak words in the English language. Each has demonstrated his or her knowledge and understanding of the history and the principles and form of government of the United States. Ms. Zanotti, I recommend that these candidates be administered the oath of allegiance, thereby admitting them to United States citizenship.
Thank you, Max. All right, candidates, are you ready? This is the moment, right? This is what you've been working hard for. So at this time, you're going to raise your right hands, and you will be repeating after me. All right. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations, you are America's newest citizens. Congratulations! It's a great feeling, right? Oh, and I'm so proud of you. You guys did a great job with some of those old-fashioned words. This says heretofore, right? Congratulations. Wonderful. Please be seated. So now I'd like to please allow me to introduce to you today's keynote speaker, Avril Haines, Director of National Intelligence. Avril Haines was sworn in as the Director of National Intelligence on January 21st, 2021. She is the 7th Senate-confirmed DNI in our nation's history and the first woman to lead the U.S. intelligence community. Previously, during the Obama administration, she served as Assistant to the President and Principal Deputy National Security Advisor from 2015 to 2017. From 2013 to 2015, Ms. Haines was the Deputy Director of the Central Intelligence Agency. She was the first woman to hold those positions as well. Thank you, Ms. Haines, for joining us. It's an honor to have you participate in this special ceremony.
Thank you so much, Director Zanotti, and for that kind introduction, and thank you also, obviously, Mayor Colbert, for hosting this wonderful ceremony here in Vienna, and for inviting me to be here with you today. And good afternoon, everyone. To our newest citizens, congratulations on reaching this final step in the naturalization process. I suspect you'll remember this occasion for the rest of your lives, and I am truly honored to be among those here to witness it and to celebrate your joining us as fellow Americans. And the community center, frankly, strikes me as the perfect setting for this ceremony, as you are truly joining our community. And what better place to do so than in the state of Virginia, where Thomas Jefferson, the primary author of the Declaration of Independence, lived on the very weekend that we celebrate the 246th anniversary of its adoption. My grandparents were immigrants who came to the United States. My maternal grandparents were Jewish. They came in the early 1900s from Russia, while my paternal grandmother was Episcopalian from the Isle of Man in the British Isles. And their stories for how they got here were each extraordinary and quite different, as I know is true for each of you, but they were equally passionate about becoming citizen of the United States. They saw it, I think, as a manifestation of their solemn commitment to the core principles and ideals that our country was founded on, even as they recognized that we were not perfect. They were enthralled by a government that vests power in the people and understood that the Constitution, to which you've now sworn allegiance, confers both rights and duties to those who are bound by it. And much like you, my grandparents didn't look alike. They grew up in very different worlds. They didn't worship the same way, and their journeys were remarkable. You are men and women from 15 different countries around the world, Afghanistan to Bolivia to Albania to Ghana to Nepal to all of these different countries that Max called out. And you may have come from teeming cities or rural villages. I'd love to hear about the path that brought each of you to this moment, as I'm certain every one of you have an incredible story to tell. And as of today, your story is now part of our story. You'll enrich our country with who you are, weaving your accomplishments, your experiences into the larger story of our nation. And moreover, you're not alone. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service is celebrating this occasion with more than 120 naturalization ceremonies all across the United States, at which we'll welcome, I believe it's over 9,000 new citizens. And your hard work and determination have led you here. Your spirit and dedication will uphold America's proud tradition of providing opportunities for generations of immigrants to come. Many countries around the world welcome immigrants, but the vast majority of Americans are immigrants. And it is at the core of our national character. It's our oldest tradition. Immigrants and refugees revitalize and renew America. We need you as much as you need us. But I don't want to sugarcoat it. Being an American, that is, being a citizen in a democratic government, is hard. You have to get involved in order to ensure that we live up to the ideals that we have. It is up to us to make sure that the United States is the best country that it can be. And I know that today may represent to you the end of a long road, a road that began in another country, perhaps many years or even decades ago. But today is not the end of your American journey. It's really the beginning. You're the future of the United States of America. You are the writers of our future history. And I ask you to devote the same time and dedication that it took you to reach this point today to make positive contributions to our country, to our communities, to your communities. Register to vote, get involved in your children's school, your local government, participate in your place of worship or volunteer at a local organization, serve in our armed forces, join the federal government, come to work with us. The best possible place to work in the federal government is the intelligence community. Truly, whatever it is that you feel is important to communicating and to being a part of our society. There's a Latin phrase on the seal of the Office of the Director of Intelligence where I work, e pluribus unum, out of many one. And for my office, in many respects, we say it brings, its meaning is that we bring the entire intelligence community to bear across the country in order to keep us safe. But in a larger sense, it's a reminder that we are one nation created out of so many different types of peoples from different walks of life, brought together by an idea, a commitment to certain principles such as freedom, equality, and justice, and shared values, and wanting to live in a place where we can retain pride in our heritage while recognizing that we have a common creed, a place where we can criticize our government but still love it and want to fight for it, where we know we are better together. So never forget how much your country needs you. We need the diversity of your ideas, your talents, your spirit. American citizens represent a host of ethnic, social, racial, sexual orientations, religions, ages, geographies, and our nation is stronger for it. And we may not fit a single mold, but I know we all love our country and we want to help it thrive. Congratulations to each of you, my fellow citizens, and happy Independence Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for those inspiring words, really great. I would now like to ask all of you to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, so the whole auditorium can stand for the pledge. Unlike the oath, we will recite the Pledge of Allegiance together in unison. I would like to introduce you to Immigration Services Officer Waleed Chami, also of my Washington field office. He will be leading us all in the Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
Great. Thank you so much, Waleed. Please be seated. So now I would like to invite Max Carroll to return to the podium to call the names of the candidates, and we will present you with your certificates graduation style. When you hear your name called, please come up to receive your certificates and then return to your seat that way. I would like to invite the principals to form a receiving line for the distribution of the certificates. So I don't know how you want to do this. Do you want us to stand over here?
I think, not good idea. I'm going to do it.
Over here?
Let's see, why don't the two of you stand there, and then you can give them their certificates on this side? All right, so you guys over here, sorry.
Okay. No, that sounds good.
All right. And we get these out, sure. All right, one at a time, ladies and gentlemen, come up and get your certificate. Let's see. First one is Mujtaba Haidari. Shaima Abdelaziz Ibrahim Kede. Sorry, there we go. Clifford Asumadu. Win Timin Chow. Ayrton Eduardo Chiquillo Figueroa. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see. Samit Kumar Sharma. Here it is. Rosalie Mungazi. Benita Tripathi. Bledar Spuza. Ahmed Faris. This is Ahmed right here. There you go. Sharzad Jamal Reza. Mayuri Amaya Mejia. Ismeri Mercado de Salazar. There we go. Let's see, Janeth Armendia Landivar. Rodrigo Alberto Reyes Canales. That's the last one.
All right. Thank you. All right. All right. Before we close, I do want to just thank my staff. Not only do I have Max Carroll and Waleed, who assisted with check-in and the ceremony, but I also had Jackie Brito over there, who helped greatly. Let's give her a round of applause. As well as Lisa Syed in the back over there, and Heather Martin from headquarters as well. So just thank you all so much. But before we depart, I would like to have one final round of applause for America's newest citizens. Congratulations to all of you. This concludes the ceremony.